Good morning friends. Today we are going to start with block diagram representation reduction techniques of a control system. In a previous lectures we have studied basic elements of control system, open loop and closed loop systems, differential equation and transfer functions, then model of electrical system, translational and rotational system we have studied. As far as block diagram reduction technique is concerned, you will find it on a screen. It is consists of various components to perform a given task. Each component does some work. For example, techno generator or a general generator converts speed into voltage, and that voltage is fed to a tube light or bulb or so. Hence, block diagram is used to show the functions performed by each component in control engineering. A block diagram is nothing but a pictorial representation of control system showing relation between input and output of various components. Each component of a system is represented by a separate block. The simplest form of the block diagram is the single block with one input and one output. It is obtained after obtaining the differential equation and transfer function of all components of a control system. The advantages of block diagram representation of a system is to simplify the complicated system. It is very simple to construct a block diagram for complicated system. The functions of each component can be obtained from block diagram. However, the performance of a system can be obtained by using transfer function shown in the block diagram. It has some disadvantages also. The main disadvantage is that diagram does not contain any information concerning physical construction of the system. This block diagram has four main points. First one is block, second summing point, third take-up point, and fourth arrows. Block describe relation between input and output quantities through a transfer function. Summing point is nothing but output of two or more blocks are added or subtracted. Third point, take-up point. Take-up point takes output from the output side and feeds back through a feedback system to the input. Then arrows shows direction of flow of signal. So this is in a figure that summing point is there, then block is there, then take-up point is also there, and a arrow is also mentioned in the block. So these are four elements of block diagram. Let us switch to how to reduce different techniques of the block diagram. In a previous simplest closed loop system, if I have a closed loop like this is my closed loop system. In this, if it is a closed loop system, then its output C of S upon R of S is given by G of S upon 1 plus G of S divided by H of S into G of S. Equation I will show you. Where is this equation? Equation I will show you. This is a transfer function C of S upon R of S of this block diagram is G of S upon 1 plus G of S into H of S. If I have this block diagram, then I can reduce it by directly representing a single block which is having equation g of s upon 1 plus g of s into h of s. Like this, we will reduce take-up points, we will reduce arrows, we will reduce feedback paths. That is nothing but reduction rules. These are shown as follows. As in the table, you will find what are the rules. First rule is blocks in cascade. If there are different blocks in cascade, that is G1 of S and G2 of S cascade, then output will be G1 of S into G2 of S. That is multiplication of two blocks. If there is another error signal, then use of more error detectors. Error signal A plus B, in this block there is some mistake, plus B should be there. So A plus B, A plus B minus C will be your resultant output D. So in this case, you will find that A and B are added and C is subtracted. Third point is combining blocks in parallel or eliminating a for loop. If two blocks are in parallel, G1 of S into G2 of S, these are two parallels, then output will be G1 plus G2. That is, if they are in parallel, output will be addition. Elimination of feedback loop. If these two are in feedback, output will be G upon 1 plus G into H. If it is in the feedback, it is G of S divided by 1 plus G of S into H of S. Then fifth point, shifting of error detector. If I want to shift this to the left side, then I will multiply A with G of S into and B with G of S and add it after that. Then shifting of error detector, summing point ahead of block, shifting of error detector. Then this is shifted in this fashion. A into G1 plus B into G1, then it becomes A and B in bracket and then multiplied by G1 of S. Here is some mistake, that is G1 block is remaining, missing. Then shifting of takeoff point ahead the block. This takeoff point is taken ahead the block, as this equation C of S is equal to A into G1. So A into G1, if I separate it before, then A into G1. So see this, you will find if I take it ahead of block, then A into G1 will be there. Shifting takeoff point beyond the block, then 1 upon G should be there. So this way we will reduce the block. Let us consider an example. Find the transfer function of a given block diagram. Suppose this may be a question in a question paper, in university question paper you will find such type of questions. This is a block diagram of which you have to find the transfer function. That means we have to find C of S divided by R of S. Here in a block G3 is not there in a problem, G3 is not there in a problem, so we will exclude this G3. To find out the transfer function of the system given here, if I have G3 and H3, I will take it to the left side. This becomes G3 into H3 and it will come from this place. It will come from this place. So G3 and H3 will be there. G3 multiplied by H3, G2, H2, G1 and H1 will be there. Now to find out the transfer function of the system given in figure 1.47, we manipulate the same in a given format. Now the 3 H3 and G2 are in parallel. That's why output will be G2 upon 1 plus G2 into G3 into H3. And H2 is in parallel and also H1 is fed back to input side. Now G2 up this block G2 upon 1 plus G2 into G3 into S3 combines with H2 feedback and this becomes G2 upon 1 plus G2 S2 plus G2 G3 into H3. Again it is multiplied by G1. G1 is very close to this, so it is multiplied by G1 and it is in parallel with H1. So overall combination is multiplication of these two blocks and parallel with feedback path, and lastly there will be G3. So it becomes G1 G2 upon 1 plus S2 G2 into H1 S3 into G1 into G2 and in parallel with H1 H3, and output will be like this. So this is the simplest way to reduce the block diagram. Now we will switch to next part, that is signal flow graph analysis. Block diagram are very useful for representing control system, but for complicated system, block diagram reduction process is tedious and time consuming. An alternate method suggested by Mason called as signal flow graph. It does not require any reduction process because of availability of flow graph gain formula which gives input-output relation. Here in this case, only block diagrams are represented with the help of lines and along with its gain is mentioned. Block is replaced by gain. This is nothing but a signal flow graph. If I have a block diagram and replace that block diagram with flow graphs, that is gain and other parameters, it will become signal flow graph. Let us see an example of a signal flow graph. It can be represented using block as well as flow graphs. This 4 direction arrow is also there. Then node x0, x1, x2, x3, these are the nodes. A13 is forward direction path, A23 is forward direction path, A42 is reverse direction path, A33 is reverse direction path, and so on. So a signal flow graph is graphical representation of the relation between variables of a set of algebraic equation. It consists of a network in which nodes representing each of the system variable are connected by direct branches. There will be a node. What is meant by node? Node represents system variable which is equal to sum of incoming signal at the node. Source node means the node having only outgoing branches. Sink node means the node having incoming branches, and chain node having incoming and outgoing branches and is known as chain node. X1, X2, X3, X4 are the chain nodes. While if we mention how much are the forward paths in this system, there are different forward paths, 4 forward paths in this system. First forward path is A12, A23, A34 and A45. Second forward path is A12, A23, A35. Third forward path is A13, A34, A45. And fourth forward path is A13 and A35. These are the forward paths, and few feedback loops are also there. A23, A34 and A42 are feedback loops. A self loop is also there and path gain is also there. Self loop is A33. A33 is self loop and feedback loop is A23, A34 and A42. The path gain is A12, A23, A34 and A45 is gain of the path. This is what the signal flow graph. It is useful in complicated circuit diagrams. Next part, second unit, we will start in the next lecture. Thank you very much.